Sam Altman.
The CEO of the year, the name most associated with the rise of ChatGPT, but more discreetly, the man with a massively ambitious plan for the future, a plan that many people are terrified of, calling it a dystopian nightmare. It shares components of a pyramid scheme, somewhat mirrors the credit system of China, yet at the same time has people boldly claiming that it could free hundreds of millions from poverty. So what is it? Is it a grand plan created by some of the world's smartest engineers, simply misunderstood by these fear-mongering skeptics? Or is this just a group of overconfident tech bros hubristically believing that they can solve the world's problems while accidentally trapping the world in a digital prison? Let's find out.
In cities around the world, big metallic orbs are scanning people's eyeballs and handing out a new cryptocurrency as a reward.
Welcome to the second episode of Here's the Catch, the series in which I explain things but with my own creative spin. Today, as you know, we're talking about Sam Altman's plan for the future, but I'm doing so using deepfakes and voice cloning technology, meaning that I'll
be turning into Sam. Now, I understand Chano has not given you much information about the company itself, correct? Well, the company is called Worldcoin. It's a company that provides its users with a verified digital identity, which basically means we can verify that you are who you say you are. With AI advancing, you'll soon be able to mimic whoever you want. So if you have an ID assigned to you, you don't have to worry about your name being tarnished. You could validate what's real and what's not. How can you do this? Well, using your biometric data, something a deepfake of you will not have. We scan your iris, your body, and your face, and we are then able to generate an ID that corresponds to your physical presence. Now, I know this might sound scary, but in my opinion, you really shouldn't be scared. Maybe to help clear things up, I can go into why I created this technology in the first place. As I started to see this AI develop, I realized that a lot of the wealth will be tied up in a handful of companies, a handful of people. There will be a tiny percentage of people that develop the technology and reap the benefits. What are the ways we can better distribute that wealth? Well, there's universal basic income. It's a way to lift so many people out of poverty. So I thought to myself, is there a way we can use technology to do that at a global scale? That's why we made Worldcoin. By assigning an ID to your body, we can ensure that everyone is getting their fair share, and there's nobody cheating the system, because it's tied to the physical you. But it's not only useful for distributing the payments of UPI, we can also create a wallet that's assigned to your biometrics. Now you can pay for things safely and securely using your Worldcoin wallet, knowing that nobody can steal your money because they'd need your body to do so.
Hold on, can we talk about the dystopia stuff yet? Surely the skeptics have some good points as well.
Yes, just a sec. I want to mention just a few more things, because having an ID tied to your biometrics leads to so many more exciting opportunities, like new avenues for government. Every vote could be counted based on your biometrics, meaning elections would be more secure than ever. We could have a decentralized financial system that is worldwide, meaning more people around the world would have more economic opportunity. Imagine if everyone's main currency was Worldcoin. Your potential to do incredible things, earn incredible wealth, would no longer be restricted by the country you live in. So much of the world is stuck in extreme poverty because of the system around them. What if we could change that? What if we could invite them into a system that isn't rigged from the get-go by the top 1%ers?
Well, Sam, a few concerns. First of all, you're collecting our biometric data without open sourcing the software, so we don't know what's going on with this sensitive information. If my irises and my face are being stored somewhere in your servers and it gets leaked, hacked, or sold, that's terrifying. I understand that Worldcoin claims that the data will be deleted when you guys are done training your models, but tech companies don't have the best track record when it comes to properly managing data. So no matter what you claim you'll do in the future, I'll always be a little skeptical. I don't know why I'm talking to Sam. Obviously, that wasn't actually Sam. That was just deepfake me. So, viewer, even if Worldcoin does manage the data properly, they'll have another major hurdle in front of them. And this is where we begin to get to the major criticisms, the dystopian type stuff that so many people are concerned about. Specifically, in the way that Worldcoin has been acquiring users, they've been doing some pretty sketchy stuff. So, any sort of crypto project needs users. For these people living in extreme poverty to actually have something of worth, the cryptocurrency of Worldcoin needs to have users. That way, the coin increases in value and more locations begin to accept it. But for some reason, Worldcoin has chosen impoverished countries and people to be its first users. Now let's think about these individuals again. These are people who likely have little to no understanding of the internet. In some cases, they have a Facebook. In other cases, they don't even have an email. Now let's try to get them to sign up to a cryptocurrency project that uses their biometric data to generate a hash particular to them, allowing them to access a decentralized platform by creating them a digital wallet. It's hard for me to wrap my head around, let alone someone who's never used email before. So instead, Worldcoin has created a sort of pyramid scheme structure. They've hired independent contractors and started calling them orb operators. These operators are paid for every person they manage to sign up and can invite friends and family members to become orb operators as well. So you have an army of people marching through these poor communities, doing anything they can to scan strangers' irises. This has led to all sorts of strange things, from AirPod giveaway contests to simply promising basics like coffee, food, or cigarettes. So now you have poverty-stricken communities giving away their biometric data just to feed their families and make it by. But believe it or not, that's not the main reason why people are upset. People are upset because of a simple question. What if this is actually just about the data?
It's far more information about people than George Orwell ever had. And this is why it's important to think about who owns that data. What can we do with it?
Think for a second about the possible consequences of a technology like this. A company now holds your biometric data and assigns it to an ID. You then use that ID to buy groceries, take out loans, travel, vote, generally carry out the main parts of your life. If this was adopted on a larger scale, you could find yourself trapped in a digital prison at any point. A controlling government's heaven. A tool that leaves nonconformists unable to simply make certain purchases because their very body has been ID'd and banned from society. Unable to escape because border checks are done by scanning your biometrics. Unable to live freely without somehow dismantling the very anatomy that makes you, you. Before you click away, I want to take off the critical hat for a second and remind you that it's easy to attack Worldcoin, but if something like this were to actually somehow work, if we were actually able to better distribute income because of technology, it would be the very 1%ers calling for you to be skeptical of the tech, because it keeps them where they are, at that top. Sure, we can and should be critical of Worldcoin, but we should also have a little bit of us cheering at the fact that we have people building technology with the goal of lifting humanity out of terrible things such as extreme poverty. If you like that and you want to hear about another terrifying technology, Neuralink, you can watch that right here.